Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Hit the Ropes podcast, where we review and preview all things in wrestling. So let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the Hit the Ropes studio podcast. Hold on, why is the slides not there? There we go. We're in the Hit the Ropes studio podcast, and we're going to review WWE. We're going to start off with Monday Night Raw. We had WWE World Tag Team title match. We had AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeat the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and JD McDonald in a title change. We had for the WWE Intercontinental title match, Dominic Mysterio defeat Rusev. For the WWE Women's Intercontinental title match, we had Maxine Dupree defeat Becky Lynch by DQ. We had a non-title match. Stephanie Vaquer defeat Roxanne Perez. And for the WWE World Heavyweight Title #1 contendership Battle Royal, Jey Uso defeated AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa, Dominic Mysterio, Dragon Lee, El Grande Americano, Finn Balor, Grayson Waller, Ivar, JD McDonough, Jimmy Uso, Kofi Kingston, LA Knight, Otis, Penta, Rusev, and Sheamus. You got anything you want to say about Monday Night Raw? You muted.
Wasn't able to hear you there, Delores. But no. Unfortunately, this week, when it came to the WWE branded content, I was not able to partake in any of it. So for this week on Raw or SmackDown or NXT, I'm not up to date.
No problem. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was supposed to be this part right here. There we go. We're on to NXT, ladies and gentlemen. NXT was 808 on the 21st. We had TNA X Division title match where Leon Slater defeated Channing Lorenzo. For the WWE Speed title #1 contendership tournament semifinal match, we had Jasper Troy defeat Zachary Wentz. For the WWE Speed title #1 contendership tournament semifinal match, we had Axiom defeat Sean Legacy. We had OTM, which is Bronco Nima and Lucian Price defeat Hank and Tank of Hank Waller and Tank Leisure. We had Fatal Influence of JCJ and Lady Reed defeat the Culling of Easy Dave and Tatum Paxley. On to SmackDown. SmackDown was on the 24th, 1366. MFT, which is JC Mateo and Tama Tonga, defeated Ray Phoenix and Shinsuke Nakamura. We had a non-title match where Tiffany Stratton defeated Kiana James. We had the WWE United States title match where Ilya Dragunov defeated Aleister Black. We had a no disqualification match where Drew McIntyre defeated Jimmy Uso. On to Halloween Havoc yesterday, which you all were here for the watch along. Thank you all for coming out. It was Javon Evans and Leon Slater defeating La Parka and Mr. Iguana. We had for the WWE North American title Day of the Dead match, Ethan Page defeating El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. We had for the WWE NXT Women's North American title, Blake Monroe defeat Zarya, who was a replacement for Sol Ruka. We had WWE NXT title women's title match, title change where Tatum Paxley defeated JCJ in a title match. We had for the WWE NXT Tag Team title Broken Rules match, Dark Slate, Dion Lennox, and Osiris Griffin defeated the Hardy Boys of Jeff and Matt Hardy in a title change. And we had for the WWE NXT title match, Ricky Saints defeat Trick Williams. I overall like this show. I'm not gonna say it was like a 10, but it was about a 6. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, on to AEW. AEW was the first was on the 22nd was AEW Dynamite 316. We had AEW World Trios match. The Ops, Katsuri Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, Samoa Joe defeat the Hurt Syndicate of Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin. We had Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata defeat top gods of Megan Bain and Penelope Ford and Harley Cameron and Willa Nightingale, and the Sisters of Sin of Julia Hart and Sky Blue. We had Kyle O'Reilly defeat John Moxley by DQ. We had the conglomeration of Mark Briscoe and Ernst Cassidy, along with Roderick Strong, defeat the Death Riders of Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia, and Willow Yuta. We had an AEW Unified title match with AEW International title and AEW Continental title match where Kazuchika Okada defeated Bandito. Jay News, did you see this? What you think about
Yeah, I was able to catch Dynamite this week. Um, I thought the show was I thought the show was good. My favorite segment on the show was the segment with Mercedes Moné and Harley Cameron and Chris Statlander. Good, a good comedy wrestling segment there between all the ladies and stuff like that. We then come to find out during the night that Mercedes Moné is going to end up teaming with Athena to be part of the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team title tournament. The second match that Dolores is talking about, Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata defeating the three other ladies teams. That was to for whoever won the match was then slated to pick their opponents in the first round. Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata winning the match, they decided to choose the Sisters of Sin as their first round opponents for the women's tag team tournament. So I just wanted to make sure to mention that. I thought that the match of the night was the main event, but a close second was Kyle O'Reilly and John Moxley. The DQ was something that the disqualification ending of the match I thought was warranted with the way that John Moxley's been trending and acting as of late. So they're continuing that particular storyline of how John Moxley isn't too keen on winning, or should I say, not too keen on losing matches via submission or making himself quit. So great match between Kyle O'Reilly and John Moxley before the DQ, but the DQ itself with John Moxley hitting the referee to get himself disqualified, I thought was a unique touch. And then the Conglomeration versus Death Riders tag match was a ton of fun. Another one of those fun multi-man, multi-person tag team matches that AEW puts on every week. So that was cool. We then had the unified title match between Okada and Bandito. That match was match of the week for me, even though I didn't watch too much wrestling this past week. Those guys definitely tore it down. But we had different interactions between different AEW talents. I think post the main event on the night, we saw Takeshita come down to eye and look down at Okada as we continue to build towards that match between Okada and Takeshita, depending as to whenever AEW decides to hold it. So yeah, another solid and good episode of Dynamite this week on for AEW.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's go back and way back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Ring of Honor ROH. We had Mascara Dorada defeat Angelico. We had Adam Priest and Jay Lethal, along with Tommy Billington, defeat the Dark Order of Alex Reynolds, Evil Uno, and John Silver. We had a pure rules match where Deonna Purrazzo defeated uh, Angelica Risk, which I don't know why I didn't like that match. Alex Windsor and Yuka Sakazaki defeated Aaliyah James and Billy Starks. We had grizzled young veterans James Drake and Zach Gibson, along with Isla Dawn, defeat Bryce Cannon, Dream Girl Ellie, and Leroy Shogun. Leroy Shogun. Listen, I can't pronounce it. Commander defeated Griff Garrison in the last match. Jay News, did you see this and what did you think about it?
I saw bits of this. I think that the thing that that came out to me the most, should I say, during the week were some promos that were cut by Deonna Purrazzo individually and the returning Red Velvet. Now that Mercedes Moné is the interim ROH Women's TV Champion, she has to ultimately unify that ROH Women's TV Championship, and Red Velvet is still the ROH Women's TV Champion, the original. And so Red Velvet cut she cut a good promo, her best promo since she's been with AEW, and she basically came out and challenged Mercedes. So they're building towards that match with them. Deonna Purrazzo seems to be the cornerstone and the anchor for the women who are going to be participating in the Pure Rules matches, which is what I thought they were going to do. So another decent match by Deonna Purrazzo. Her promo video was even better. Her talking about other women's competitors like Trisha Dora and Billy Starks and things of that nature. I did pay attention to Yuka Sakazaki and versus Aaliyah James and Billy Starks just because I'm a big fan of Yuka Sakazaki and Aaliyah James individually. No shade at Alex Windsor, Billy Starks. I love all the ladies there, but Yuka Sakazaki and Aaliyah James, I've been watching for a few years, and I want them to do more and better. It seems like Aaliyah James is gonna be sticking around ROH for a while. It seems like they're building some sort of a storyline between Aaliyah James and Billy Starks. So look out for that if you guys watch at ROH. The GYV, the Grizzled Young Veterans and Isla Dawn teaming together. I think it was their first tandem was the week prior. Now this is their second match in a row, getting wins back to back and stuff like that. So it seems that they're going to be spotlighted on ROH going forward. So keep an eye on them as they continue to feud, I think, with going on. All right. So I seem to have frozen there. Sorry, folks. So with the last match, it was just Commander's return to ROH. So Commander looked good by defeating Griff Garrison. So nothing specifically out of the ordinary there, but it was good to see Commander back on ROH.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on back to the way back. We're going to go over to Collision. Collision was on yesterday, 116 on the 25th. We had Pac defeating Tomohiro Ishii. Thekla defeated Mina Shirakawa. We had Olympia defeating Tara Valkyrie. Ace Austin defeating Brian Keith. Hook defeating Griff Garrison. And for the 8-man tag, Jet Speed, which was Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey, along with Jurassic Express, which is Jack Perry and Luchasaurus, defeated FTR, which is Cash Wheeler and Dex Hartwood, along with the Young Bucks of Matt and Nick Jackson. J News, what did you think about this?
As per Collision, as usual, Collision goes down. It's more less. Sometimes it's less story and more match, and I consider this particular show more match heavy than it was story heavy and stuff like that. Great matches between Pac and Tomohiro Ishii, big time. Interesting promo bit by Pac before the match started. I thought it was as it usually is. It's intense, but it was also funny. So that was new from Pac. Tekla versus Mina Shirakawa was actually something that I was expecting to be. My expectation was more middle of the road, but what I got from Tekla and Mina Shirakawa was definitely a good match. Great showing for the ladies during the Amazonas Grand Prix on CMLL this weekend as well. So I just wanted to mention that Olympia made her Collision debut. She had been on ROH previously for a couple of dates here. So Olympia came out for that MXM casting call thing, and she went out and she defeated Taya Valkyrie in quick order. She then cut a backstage promo later on in the show to challenge Mercedes Moné for a CMLL Women's Championship match that'll probably take place either on Collision or Dynamite in the immediate future. Ace Austin had a banger match versus Brian Keith. I like to see Brian Keith in these one-on-one matches, not to take away from his tag stuff with Big Bill, but Brian Keith is a heavy hitter, and I like to see him in these one-on-ones. And his match versus Ace Austin here was a good showing for both Ace Austin and for Ace Austin here in the win, and reminding people how good Brian Keith can be. Hook versus Griff Garrison was forgettable, to be quite honest. I'm not too sure as to what AEW is going to do with Hook and things of that nature. And Griff Garrison is still Griff Garrison. I'm just surprised that Griff is still around at times, but he seems to be doing well with this whole frat house gimmick thing with his other teammates. And then the $400,000 8-man tag team match was another one of those multi-man party matches and stuff like that, and it went off without a hitch. Wasn't surprised by the outcome here with Jet Speed and Jurassic Express coming away with the win. This was Jurassic Express's second money match win in less than in a week's time. So they won a $500K match on Wrestle Dream the Saturday before, and then this week they got their fair share of $400K in the win against the Young Bucks and FTR here. But fun match overall and a decent episode of Collision.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to TNA. TNA did not have any wrestling matches. They just still did the Bound for Glory Fade to Black, where it was a documentary special talking about TNA. And they did show the match of Mike Santana versus Trick Williams. That was it. Ladies and gentlemen, GCW Game Changer Wrestling had Shotzi Blackheart's House of Horror on the 24th on Triller TV. We had for the GCW Tag Team title Garbage Pail on the pole match. Buster and the Brain, Alex Price and Jordan Oliver defeated the High Seas of Cloudy and Nick Ando. We had for the Extreme Rules match, Slade defeated HC Lock. We had blindfold match, Marcus Mathers defeated Cheech. We had lights out match, One Commanders defeated Isaiah Bronner by TKO. I wish I hadn't saw that. Stairway to Hell six-way match, Ryan O'Neal defeated Carmelo Lee, Connors, Diamante, TJ Epics, and Von Vertigo. We had for the GCW Ultraviolet title Doorway to Hell match, Matt Tremont defeated Josh Bishop, where the Trick or Treat Street Fight was Shotzi Blackheart defeated Emerson Jane. We had a tag team casket match where Charles Mason defeated Atticus Cougar. On to New Japan Pro Wrestling and J News.
This is the Road in Ishikari. These are the Road 2 matches before the tournament for Super Juniors began. So we had Masatori Yasuda defeating Jewel Bird, Katsuya Murashima and Satoshi Kojima defeated Shomakato and Yuji Nagata. The JTO Girls Tag Team match, we had Rhythm and Tomaka Inaba defeating AOI and Azusa Inaba. So the sisters going against one another here on their respective sides. Daiki Nagai, Hiromu Takahashi, and Yota Tsuji of the unaffiliated defeated the Bomber Tatsuya, Ryoma Tsukamoto, and Thunder Masami. El Desperado and Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated House of Torch members Dick Togo and Evil. And then we had Tai Chi, Taka Michinoku, and Yuya Uemura defeat House of Torch members Doki Sanada and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Super Junior Tag League began this week. We had night one happen on the 23rd. We had prelim matches here. Shingo Takagi and Yota Tsuji defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi and Zayn J. Block A matches began. We had House of Torch members Doki and Sho defeat United Empires Jacob Austin Young and Templario. In Block B, we had Bullet Club War Dog members Robbie X and Taiji Ishimori defeat House of Torch members Nick Togo and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. In Block A action, we had Gedo and Hiromu Takahashi defeat Clark Connors and Daiki Nagai. In Block B action, we had Kushida and Yuki Yoshioka defeat Tiger Mask and Yamato. We then have Block A action, Master Wato and Yo defeat Funky Carrot of Dragon Daya and Ryusuke Taguchi. And then to end the night for the 23rd, we had Block B action of the Ichiban Sweet Boys of Jose Fujita and Robbie Eagles defeat El Desperado and Kukai. We then had the matches on the 24th. Special singles match was Kushida versus Zayn J. Robbie X, Shingo Takagi, and Yota Tsuji defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi, Shomakato, and Yuki Yoshioka. We had Block B action on this night to begin. Ichiban Sweet Boys, Kosei Fujita, and Robbie Eagles defeated House of Torture members Dick Togo and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Master Wato and Yo defeated Clark Connors and Daiki Nagai. El Desperado and Kukai defeated Tiger Mask and Yamato. United Empire members Jacob Austin Young and Templario defeated Gedo and Hiromu Takahashi. And then we had the House of Torture members Doki and Sho defeat Funky Carrot of Dragon Daya and Ryusuke Taguchi. On to the 25th, which was yesterday. It was announced during the show. This probably got announced on the 24th, but I'll make it known now. There were a couple of the New Japan roster members who have gotten sick. They continue to call it illness. It seems like COVID is going around over at New Japan. Again, got people like Taiji Ishimori haven't been able to appear the last two nights on the show. I forget who else was involved in this as to being called sick, but it was another person who's involved in the Super Junior tournament. So it seems that either some points will be forfeited or something of that nature. But that's what's been going on over at New Japan. So they haven't been able to catch any luck. But to start the match, we had Oleg Boltin and Toru Yano defeat Tetsuya Matsumoto and Zayn J. House of Torture members Dick Togo, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Yujiro Takahashi defeated El Desperado of Kukai and Masatori Yasuda. Blue Club War Dogs, Oscar, Robbie X, and Yuto Ice defeated Shomakato, Tiger Mask, and Yamato. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kushida, and Yuki Yoshioka defeated Team DK members Hartley Jackson, Koji Fujita, and Robbie Eagles. Funky Carrot, Dragon Dia, and Ryusuke Taguchi defeated Clark Connors and Daihina Guy. Master Wato and Yo defeated United Empires, Jacob Austin Young, and Templario. And then House of Torture members Doki and Sho defeated Gato and Hiromu Takahashi.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a preview. Progress is having a show. It is chapter 185, ladies and gentlemen, and it will be on, I think it'll be on Triller TV, because I don't think it really showed. Right now, we don't have any matches listed so far. So we just, we'll find out who and what happened next week. Okay? Now we're on to New Japan. The rest of the show will be New Japan Pro Wrestling.
We have the Super Junior Tag League. We have a show that went on this morning. Clark Connors and Daiki Nagai versus Tetsuya Matsumoto and Zayn J. Masatori Yasuda, Oleg Boltin, and Toru Yano against House of Torture members Doki Sho and Yujiro Takahashi. We have the Funky Carrot of Dragon Dia and Ryusuke Taguchi, along with Shomakato, going up against United Empire members Callum Newman, Jacob Austin Young, and Templario. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Katsuya Murashima, and Master Wato, along with Yo, battling against Bullet Club War Dog members Gato, Oscar, Yuto, Ice, and tagging with Hiromu Takahashi. Block B match, El Desperado and Kukai will go up against House of Torture members Dick Togo and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Tiger Mask and Yamato will go up against Robbie X and Taiji Ishimori. Kushida and Yuki Yoshioka, will go up against the Ichiban Sweet Boys of Kosei Fujita and Robbie Eagles. On the 28th, Shomakato and Zayn J will go up against Masatori Yasuda and Tatsuya Matsumoto. El Desperado, Katsuya Murashima, Kukai, and Toru Yano going up against Bullet Club War Dog members Oscar, Robbie X, Taiji Ishimori, and Yuto Ice. Oleg Boltin, Tiger Mask, and Yamato will face off against TMDK members Hartley Jackson, Kosei Fujita, and Robbie Eagles. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kushida, and Yuki Yoshioka will go up against House of Torture members Dick Togo, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Yujiro Takahashi. The tag league matches themselves. Block A, we have the Funky Carrot of Dragon Dia and Ryusuke Taguchi going up against United Empire members Jacob Austin Young and Templario. Clark Connors and Daiki Nagai will go up against Doki and Sho. Gato and Hiromu Takahashi will face off against Master Wato and Yo. On the 29th, we have prelim matches. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Master Wato, and Yo go up against House of Torture members Doki, Sho, and Yujiro Takahashi. Clark Connors and Daiki Nagai will take on Tatsuya Matsumoto and Zayn J, as they've been eliminated from World Junior Tag League contention. The Funky Carrot Boys of Dragon Dia and Ryusuke Taguchi, along with Katsuya Murashima and Toru Yano. That's who the other person was that got sick. It was Murashima. And Toru Yano will go up against Bullet Club War Dog members Gato, Oscar, Yuto Ice, and Hiromu Takahashi. Masatori Yasuda, Oleg Boltin, and Shomakato will go up against United Empires Callum Newman, Jacob Austin Young, and Templario. Block B matches of Kushida and Yuki Yoshioka will go up against House of Torture members Dick Togo and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Tiger Mask and Yamato will go up against the Ichiban Sweet Boys of Kosei Fujita and Robbie Eagles. And then we have El Desperado and Kukai go up against Bullet Club War Dog members Robbie X and Taiji Ishimori. On to the 30th, we'll have TMDK's Hartley Jackson, Kosei Fujita, and Robbie Eagles go up against Bullet Club War Dog members Oscar, Robbie X, and Taiji Ishimori. Masatori Yasuda and Oleg Boltin will go up against Tatsuya Matsumoto and Zayn J. Shomakato Tiger Mask and Yamato will go up against House of Torture members Dick Togo, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Yujiro Takahashi. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kushida, and Yuki Yoshioka will go up against El Desperado, Katsuya Murashima, and Kukai. Block A action, Master Wato and Yo go up against House of Torture members Odoki and Sho. Clark Connors and Daiki Nagai go up against Jacob Austin Young and Templario. Gato and Hiromu Takahashi go up against the Funky Carrots of Dragon Dia and Ryusuke Tsuguchi. Then we have 11-1, which is the Super Junior semifinals. So it'll be Block B action. It'll be Tiger Mask and Yamato versus House of Torture's Dick Togo and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Kushida and Yuki Yoshioka will go up against El Desperado and Kukai. And then the Ichiban Sweet Boys of Kosei Fujin and Robbie Eagles will go up against the Bullet Club War Dogs of Robbie X and Taiji Ishimori.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, excuse me. Back. This is the end, but we're on to the spotlight. And the spotlight of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is from our good brother J News. J News, who is your spotlight of the week?
Well, as it was already shown, it is the one and only Ilya Dragunov. The Russian torpedo himself made his much awaited return to WWE TV last week on SmackDown when he faced off against Sami Zayn in the U.S. Open Challenge. He was able to defeat Sami Zayn and win the United States Championship off of Sami Zayn, according to reports that were I'm not going to say confirmed, but according to reports that were put out there during the weekend, it seemed like Sami Zayn was really pushing for Ilya Dragunov to actually win this match against him so that they can put another big spotlight on him again, because Ilya Dragunov wasn't necessarily spotlighted before he had to go out with injury. And he is looked upon as one of the best in-ring performers in the WWE. And he can definitely do a lot from a character perspective when it comes to that on the pro wrestling scale. I am mentioning Ilya just because of his comeback from injury. Secondly, because obviously he won that U.S. championship from Sami Zayn. He did his first U.S. Open challenge on Friday, I believe, against Aleister Black. That match was good until Damian Priest got involved and cost Aleister Black the championship, obviously. But Ilya was supposed to win that match regardless. But I thought that what I saw clip wise between Aleister Black and Ilya Dragunov was good. I wanted to spotlight him also for the fact that I've been watching Ilya for years now outside of the WWE as well. And the dude is such a unique performer, just in the way he moves, the way he talks, the way he expresses himself in the ring, and how he goes about his business. There's so much passion, unbridled passion and amounts of violence that he brings to the ring when he's in there, that not just how he speaks on the microphone speaks to the fandom and speaks to the people in the crowd, but just him exuding, just him being speaks to the crowd, at least from my vantage point, from my perspective. And I've always liked that about Ilya Dragunov from the days that I used to watch him on WXW and Progress and things of that nature, and all of the different matches that he's had against different competitors, be it Pete Dunne, be it Walter / Gunther, be it other members of the British Strong Style guys and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I think the dude is
J News froze.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've been having a lot of bad luck with StreamYard as of late. So there's that. But to finish off, I think that Ilya Dragunov is one of the best and most creative in-ring performers that there is today. Hopefully he's able to continue to stay on the path of good health and things of that nature, and is able to propel his career forward on the WWE stage. And if not, I'm sure that if he ever decides to go elsewhere, if he has to go elsewhere, depending as to whatever happens in the future, I think he should be just fine. So keep an eye out on Ilya Dragunov, folks, because he's one of the more unique professional wrestlers out there, and he'll give you a taste of something different every time out.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to the main studio and let's blow up J News. I don't have anything this week. I won't be doing no promotion. I ain't got no rap lyric. I ain't got no GP. But I got J News. So J News, tell the good people about yourself.
All right, folks. So, as per the usual, thank you for being here and tuning in to the Hit the Ropes podcast every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and the beloved Dolores breaking down the week that was in professional wrestling. That is my QR code there that will get you to my link tree. My link tree has all of my different socials, be it on Twitter/X, Instagram, my Letterboxd account, which I get on there and I review all the movies that I watch in the movie theaters, which is quite a lot of movies and stuff like that. So I do written reviews of that. So check out my reviews on Letterboxd as well. You can also link yourself to my YouTube channel, which has old podcast recordings of movie reviews that I've done over the years and things of that nature. You can also catch me on True Heel Heat. I should be on sometime this week to do the finale of the Super Junior Tag League and preview what's to come for the Homecoming show. So check that. Check that out this week when it goes down. You usually get posts from me on my Twitter account about that and how that's going to break down. And yeah, appreciate y'all for watching as usual. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, J News, for being here. Thank you, everybody who came yesterday. StreamYard was fighting me too, and my internet, and I had to fight for the life. And then at the end, I had to fight my family. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all so much for joining me in J News every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And for that, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, me and J News, we burned it down just like every other Sunday. But I got something that will cool you off, and that is if I cut the lights off. There you go. And until then, I think this is. Do we have anything next week? Is there another day in this? No, it's not. The next one will be a different month.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you all know, this was our last corner. Domestic violence was up. So, please support them. Please support breast cancer awareness. This was the month where in which we supported our support. Next month, we might not know what we will put up, but we'll have something. So, until then, ladies and gentlemen, you all have a great evening. Peace.